that I got on, they call that true religion. Big face comes to my pocket, I call addiction. I'm adding up my money, you know how to do addition. Get money or die trying, be careful to be a mention. It's not Indiana who you mentioned, but I could turn your shirt red. My flow so sick, diagnose me with a hurt head. My life now with a failure. Bet that's what you first said. Now I'm like Strowman. How's that? I am worth bread. That is what I call possum.
As the Phoenix Suns come in for this one. Now, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for spending part of your weekend with us. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Knicks wrap up this home streak. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during the stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
When I look at New York, they've started the season in a tailspin. This was not what was supposed to happen. It's almost like they were too relaxed coming into the season. You can't just expect to be good. You've got to earn it in this league. It's too competitive.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. And for New York. They've got the mayor. Thunder is out there with Nowitzki. And it's Anthony. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Anthony left side. Pittman the pass to Nowitzki. Passes it to Anthony. Pulls it from the elbow. That's good.
Well, none of the defenders were quick enough to step out and get a hand in his face on that jump shot. Big mistake there.
Here's Popoff. Shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And if you look at the offensive rebounding totals from that game, this team was at a severe disadvantage. You can't expect to win the game when you're only getting one attempt every time down the floor.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get some extra possessions, and clearly they were inferior in that area of the game. And you were right on top of it, Steve. For a little guy, that's pretty observant that rebounding would be a stat that you would be able to lock into.
Phoenix with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Smooth. Good.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect nothing less from.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, it was tough to see that one coming, really, because I thought that was a game they were going to win. The final score really caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, but I think they really tightened up at the end, Steve. I think they were trying too hard to avoid the upset instead of focusing on going after the win.
So it's Phoenix now. Feeds to Booker. He kicks it to Popoff. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Just 5 to shoot. And easy 2 points on the layup.
That's how you exploit that defense. Take the ball right to the basket.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. The coach told me that he knows they have a tough assignment in Dirk Nowitzki. We talked about what makes Dirk so difficult to defend against, and he pointed to Dirk's ability to hit jumpers when he is seemingly completely off balance, saying it'll look like he's falling over, then he just turns and flips the ball in. I know I've seen Dirk do that on more than one occasion, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now here's Popoff. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Brooklyn. Rebounded by Anthony. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Thunder. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Knicks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
I think they've taken a major step in the wrong direction when you talk about their foul shooting, guys. I mean, they're not even close to what they shot last year.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Booker. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And he really competed defensively, too, Kevin. 3 steals.
Now here's Popoff. 4-point game. Here's Smooth. On target from 13 feet.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Let's take a look at the Cavaliers and, of course, New York. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Looking at the Knicks, they've gotten off to kind of start that you wouldn't have been able to imagine. It's been a lot bumpier than anticipated.
Yeah, they've got some talent, and I think most people thought this team would be pretty good. And yet everything's gone wrong for them to this point in the season, and they better be careful. I mean, this season could really fall apart for them.
Here's Booker. Right now averaging 25 points a game. A fader. Back to Bobois. Knocks it loose. Here's Thunder. He dishes it to Pippen. Outside Anthony. The feed now to Nowitzki. 6 to shoot. Kicks to Pippen. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. First quarter of Act 2, just under 3.5 minutes played. That's good.
Beautifully executed play there to get that basket.
Suns trail by 4. Anthony against Bobois. There's the pass to Booker. And they call an illegal screen here.
Kevin, and looking back over the last month, let's check out how Phoenix stacked up. 5th in scoring, 5th for free throw shooting. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And what impresses me most out of all those numbers you just talked about, Clark, is the points per game, because this is a team that has become very difficult to cover. They really cut hard. They set good screens. They get great ball movement. And because of the unselfishness and the floor spacing, they seem to get wide open shots time after time.
Here's Booker. Following the score by New York. The 19-foot shot. No good from Booker. The Knicks leading by 6. Inside, tipped. It's stolen by Bobois. And here comes the break. Here's Smooth. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Shot missing.
Oh, come on. You've got to get the 2 points there.
Here's Bobois. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2. Chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them this season, shooting about 78%.
And new group in for the Knicks. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Nowitzki. Samuels comes in for Thunder. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for the Mayor. It's Felton in for Anthony. Now, here's Felton. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by Bobois. To the paint. Here's Samuels. Up and in on the way.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Suns trail by 7. Here's Smooth.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
The Knicks leading by 5. He in the posts. He's guarded by Booker. Samuels kicks to Felton. Beats him in there. Number 8 takes it up for the stop.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Here's Smooth. He's coming off a 31-point game against Brooklyn.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helped him, too.
Boy, that's hard-nosed sandpaper basketball right there. A lot of little friction in there.
Oh, I love the way you described that. Wasn't it? Nobody was going to get to the rim but him.
Oh, man, with the violent putback to finish it off.
So it's the Knicks now. The Suns getting the bucket. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. You take a look at Matthews. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, the monster. Here's another player that shoots extremely well from outside. The Knicks making a switch here. Suns trailed by 5. Here's Bobois. They grab their own miss. Here's Booker. From down in the low post, it goes. Booker's got his first basket.
That's grace over power, guys. That finger roll gets him 2 points. Impressive stuff.
Puts it up. Shots good by Samuel.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Here's Smooth. He's got 6. There's a screen by Gorchak. Here's Smooth. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. The Knicks leading by 5. Back to Lee. Pass to Felton. He feeds it to McRoberts. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Back to Hibbert. McRoberts there. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And the Suns here with a different look. Argnani is checked in for Gortat. Butler comes in for Smooth. Wesley Matthews checked in for the Monster. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Roddy Bobois. And Matthews gets it to go.
Nice play there on that inbounds play, and it paid off with the 3.
Hicks defended by Butler. Lee outside. Dishes it to Felton. Back to Lee. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got 3 assists tonight.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some point, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen. He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Samuels, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. And it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
His team has to tighten up inside. Way too many easy hoops in the lane.
Yep, that's 5 straight buckets they've given up from the key now, and it's hurting.
Down low, here's Hicks. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
Right now, it's all working for him here in the first. The shots have been called.
Yeah, their offense has been very impressive. If they keep this up, Clark, they're going to be tough to beat.
Lee dishes to Samuel. Shot's good. Samuel's got 8 points.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Now, here's Argnani. And they get it, and he finishes at the rack.
He will fight you down low, guys. Really battles in there. He comes up with a lot of second chance buckets.
Hicks, defended by Butler. Back to Felton. Outside Felton. And that one's good.
Built an early lead here, really pushing ahead.
Well, they got a huge advantage points in the paint, Steve, and they're attacking early, so taking advantage of scoring in close.
And the Suns making a change here. Samuel, no good on the free throw. Fast break, here come the Suns. Beaubois with the ball. Out to Smith, over Lee. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Beaubois. The Knicks leading by 10. Lee with the ball. Now Smith defending. Nick Roberts, the pass to Felton. He passes to Nick Roberts. New York moving it around. Samuels kicks to Nick Roberts. They get a hand on it. Phoenix has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. That is good. Beaubois got 5 points so far. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Felton dishes to Samuels. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Felton has got 6 assists now in the game. Suns trail by 10. The dish to Bargnani. Early shot attempt. Again, Phoenix.
You know what makes it difficult to guard Bargnani is that he's 7 feet tall, but he's got shooting range out to about 25 feet. So the big man on the defense has to stay out with him on the perimeter, and that really opens up the floor for anything you want to do offensively.
Sure does open up the floor, Steve, and he can get into a rhythm too. If he gets a few good looks to the hoop and he's feeling it, he'll get hot real quickly with his size and shooting touch there. There isn't much you can do to stop it. And the shot is good.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
He goes up. Lead. Hits the bucket. He's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's 5 straight hoops in the paint. What a fantastic job of attacking the rim.
Well, see, they're getting the looks that they want down there, so you might as well keep going right at the rim. There's no resistance, then make them pay.
43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And looking back to last year's matchup, kind of surprising, guys. They went 0-2 against this team.
And the whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. To the middle. As it to Pippen. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Phoenix making some changes. Where Todd has come in for Bargnani. And the Monsters subbed in for J.R. Smith. Like I said a moment ago, Steve, the regular season series between these teams last season sort of went contrary to popular wisdom.
You know what, Kevin? It caught me off guard anyway. I wasn't expecting them to lose either game of the series, but they ended up losing them both.
Booker in the post. Gets it to fall from the right block. Pittman the pass to Nowitzki. Gathers. It's blocked. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Knicks out front, up by 6. We got more in store for you right after this. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Roy Hibbert. Scooped out there with Gortat. And there's the monster. And it's Phillips in at the point. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw lines tonight.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
The Suns making a change here. Colors checked in. Here is Pippen. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking effort. He's finding his teammates in great positions to score.
Some solid defense from Butler.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps. And they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here. He had almost a free run to the hoop that time, Kevin. I mean, that was too easy.
Here is Pittman. Here's Nowitzki. Here's Knox. And he makes good on the way. Thunder's got his third basket of the night right there.
It's 4 straight field goals coming inside the paint.
Boy, they're taking it right to him, Steve. The defense has really been way too passive in my life.
Now, part of the reason they are where they are is that they have taken care of the ball for the most part.
And the Suns making a change here. Towards out with the screen for Bobo. And blocked. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And strong with the one-handed jam.
That was a nice, strong one-hand jam.
Yeah, run it back and work it down there.
That's how you do it. That's nice.
Bobo kicks the boards up. Matthews. It's stolen by Anthony. And now the Knicks on the break. To the inside. Lifts up. And that one's good. And it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint. And when you can get them, you got to score them.
Bobo with the ball. Now Anthony defending. He kicks to Booker. The 19-foot shot. The kick out to Matthews. Takes a three. That's good. Matthews has got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, pounding the offensive glass pays off for him once again. Persistence pays.
Man, guys, where would they be without all these second chance points? They have really dominated the inside on the offensive boards.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
0. Defended by Nowitzki. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Gortat. Gortat's got his second basket.
Textbook offensive rebounding right there. I love that. Those putbacks are buckets any team loves to get.
Teams changing it up here. And let's bring up the list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. If you look at the monster, among the league leaders, 4th in scoring.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot, strictly in terms of scoring ability and the ease with which these guys break down opposing defense.
I love that they are so attack-minded and come at you really aggressively across the board. They're players that can carry a team offensively for long stretches of the game.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back the lead. It's a nice passing by New York here. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Samuel. That's good. Samuel's got 16 points.
Every time they drop it in, they do so from close range. Easy basket.
Yeah, high percentage looks time and time again, guys. And it's paying off in the way they're playing this game. I like their strategy.
Down low. He's again. Good.
I'll tell you what, this has been the Achilles heel for this club defensively. They can't seem to secure a rebound.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance baskets have really sabotaged their defense.
He dishes it to Lee. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the Suns and how they rank in the NBA right now. 7th in scoring, 7th in blocks, and they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And the points per game really stand out to me, Clark, when you're talking about all those numbers, because this is a team that's very well coached, and they see. to get good shots every trip down the floor. I think they've got a good plan. They have great spacing. And when you combine that with unselfishness, you're going to see a team that scores pretty consistently.
Smith, second chance shot. In deep, Robot drops it in. And it's a 3-point Suns lead.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Now the feed to Smith. Charity stripe shot. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Tell you what, when it comes to hitting shots from the mid-range, they've shown a clear advantage in that area.
Well, it's not the most efficient shot, but you can't argue with the results that we're seeing. They're doing a nice job knocking them down.
Lee dishes to Samuel. Goes up and lays it. Nice and easy. Samuel's got 18 points.
Well, he's smart. He's getting good shots, and he's knocking them down.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Look at the Lakers. And, of course, there's the Suns. Just a few spots below there.
Well, right now for the Suns, they've certainly gotten off to a great start, and it wasn't expected from most. This was a team that had low expectations, but a really quick start here.
Yeah, pleasant surprise to start the season. They've gotten off on the right foot, and we may have to revise our expectations for this club. They look pretty tough right now. You've got to be very careful with this team. They can be really strong inside if they get good position.
Well, you give up that kind of deep position, Steve, you're done. It's over.
Kicks it to Booker. Hits the bucket. Booker's got 9.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
Lee up top. Inside. It's tipped. For 3. Smith. No good. Knicks trailed by 3. Hicks covered by Smith. Misses at the rim. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on an 18-6 run. A 15-footer. Here's Smooth. And there's a foul. We'll go on Samardo Samuel. That's his first foul. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Suns. Phillips comes in for Roddy Pope. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for New York. Thunder comes in for Samardo Samuels. Back to Hibbert. Nowitzki with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Lee's running. Gives him the lead pass. That one goes. Go.
Fueling their offense by forcing turnovers. That's what's taking place right now, guys.
Well, where would they be without all these extra possessions? Yes.
Shot is off.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Here's Thunder. Nowitzki left side. To the middle. A steal. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Here's Phillips. The shot will not go. The Knicks go the other way. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
I'm really looking forward to see how the Lakers fare in that one.
Back to Lee. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot, and they take the lead. And the Knicks lead by 1. And Phoenix has possession. Smith the pass to Phillips. Back to Smith. There's the triple. Can't get it to go.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
And there's the pass to Lee. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. So both teams making some changes here. To the paint, here's Hicks. And put on the basket. Look it. He has 6.
The D just letting them go inside with impunity. Way too easy.
That's 10 of their last 12 points now in the paint area.
And Matthews kicks to Billups. Bucket. It's to Hibbert. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Yeah, the fans not happy at all with that whistle.
And the fans, as you would expect, not allowing their feelings to be kept on mute, they didn't care for that one.
Adi Bobois is checked in for Phoenix. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. With 1 on the clock. Can't get it to go. The Suns go the other way with it. 0. He dishes it to Bobois. And the shot is good. Bobois got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's been nice, efficient work, guys, that he's been doing. I mean, we haven't seen him take many bad shots, and that's a sign of a mature, poised player.
Anthony left side. Here's Thunder. Back to Anthony. Over Matthews. And that's collected by Butler. The Suns leading. Butler off a pick from Matthews. Pulls it up. And there's the rejection. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. And the Suns making a change here. Back to Butler. He feeds it to Bobois. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Bobois got 11 points. Clark, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Anthony with the bucket.
That's all the space he needs, guys. He'll make you pay every time if you give him that shot.
Sun shooting efficient, 53% from the field. Back to Butler. This is the Matthews.
I think Matthews does a lot of things well, Kevin, but the best thing about him is his toughness. He just competes night in and night out. He loves to play, loves to take on the opponent's best player defensively. So Matthews, a guy you want on your team.
Yeah, he is not the type to shrink from contact. He's active and aggressive, and defensively comes away with his fair share of steals too. Here's Thunder. Back to Felton. Outside Anthony. On the wing. No luck. So Phoenix will take it the other way.
Another board just continuing to add to that big rebound margin.
And it's a bit ironic, guys. I mean, you would think the score wouldn't be so close the way they're dominating the glass. But this one is still in the battle.
Here's Thunder, defended by Butler. Number 8. Cuts the inside leader. He's got 6.
Points in the paint have been a huge factor here for them.
Steve looking to take it inside and go up strong. That's a remedy for success.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Bobois kicks to Matthews. 5 to shoot. That's good. Matthews has got 10 points.
Boy, they are really getting sued up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Here's Bobois. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half ends in a close one. Suns lead by 2. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint. It's time for the Sunday night halftime report. It'll be the 76ers against the Bobcats in Charlotte. That one looking to be a pretty interesting game. That one tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern. And the other game tipping off later, over at Quicken Loans Arena, the Cavaliers will face off against the Jazz. A 7:30 Eastern tip time. Now let's get back over to Kevin.
And standing tall over New York Harbor, the Statue of Liberty, as we welcome you back. And so here's Phoenix. The lead is 2. So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Mike Woodson's going with. He out there with Felton. Then it's Samardo Samuels. Then there's Josh McRoberts. Dish now to Lee. Pops in the layup for 2. He's got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks.
It's really hard to defend when you're trying to recover from turning the ball over.
Yeah, that's because you can't get back in transition. The offense can just come down and get an easy look on it.
A nice shot by Booker. The Knicks shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Pass to McRoberts. He kicks it to Felton. Needs to lead. He dishes it to Samuels. Gets it to go. Samuels got 22 points.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Bobois against Phil. Here's Smooth. Back to Bobois. The 3. No good with the tip. New York trailing. Outside Felton. Lee. He passes it to Samuel. Swiped away. And Booker kicks to Bobois. Step back shot. That doesn't go in either for Bobois.
Just 1 of 4 now to start this third quarter.
Felton dishes to Lee for the lead. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Second, the Knicks.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Suns have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker with the break. Here's Smooth. Gets it to go. Smooth's got 8. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well. Talent-wise, I'm enjoying this. 3 for 3. You got to like this hot start in the third quarter.
Bobois outside. With the runner. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
A lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now. Second in scoring. Second in assists. And they're number 2 in steals. A very aggressive team in going after the ball.
And I think what's most impressive when you talk about those points per game is the fact that they're spreading it around. This is a very unselfish team. They work to get good shots every time down the floor, and they become a very efficient offensive team.
Here's the feed to Samuels. Kicks to McRoberts. Now the pass to Felton. 6 to shoot. Lee outside. It's up a 3. And hit.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
Here's Beaubois. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Mark and Steve, either side has relented a bit in this back and forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far. The teams are battling it out here in the third.
That's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
Second shot opportunity, and no mistakes on the layup. And the Suns lead by 1.
I'll tell you what, rebounding has been a problem for this club.
Well, you give a team a lot of second shots, that makes it tough. I mean, a big disparity in second chance points, you have a tough time winning those games.
Here's Thunder from 11 feet away. And there are the Knicks with another bucket. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Booker the pass to Beaubois. He feeds it to Booker. He's feeling it, and he nails the jumper. Booker's got 14 points. The Knicks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Pippen kicks to Anthony. Nowitzki outside. Here's Thunder. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Shot clock at 5. Hangs home the trifecta. He's got 10. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put up.
Looking over there at Steve, he's enjoying every second of
Yes,
it.
yeah, me too. Man, this has been great, guys. And the fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Pittman dishes to Nowitzki. Pass to Anthony. That drops and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. And it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
So they continue to be sloppy with the ball, and they're shooting themselves in front right now.
Yeah, it's hard enough to win it. In this league, Steve, I mean, you can't afford careless mistakes if you're going to be a winning team.
And the Suns making a change here. Inside to Hibbert. Over Nowitzki. And the Suns miss again.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game, and the next game it'll be played in Los Angeles. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Wesley Matthews checked in for Smooth. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Should be a good one for the Timberwolves today. I'm anxious to see what ends up happening there.
And the Suns making a change here. Beaubois is checked in.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Jackie Butler. Shot from 16. It's the bucket. Butler's got his first basket of the night. Knicks have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Lee passes to Anthony, and that one's good. And the Knicks lead by 4.
They're really making a point of taking it inside and scoring from close range.
Well, you have to give some of the credit, or actually the blame, I should say, to the defense. They are not doing anything in the paint area.
And that one's good. Thunder's got 12 points in the game.
Forcing turnovers and converting offensively at the other end.
Guys, that's been one of the big advantages for them. I mean, points off turnovers. POTs, we call them. POTs. points off turnover.
And Matthews gets it to go. The Knicks leading by 4. Nowitzki drives in, and the shot is good. Suns have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Bobois. Goes right up, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Looking at the game Bobois has been having, he's got 13 points and 7 assists.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. And the Suns making a change here.
Always someone you love having at the line.
The Knicks shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Nowitzki kicks to Luke. Back to Nowitzki. Here's Thunder from outside the arc. That drops and comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 assists now tonight. Suns trail by 7. Smith kicks to Bobois. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Lee. The big jump at the end of the break.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes on, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Bobois outside. For 3, Smith. The Knicks pull it in. Thunder's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lee dishes to Nowitzki. Back to Lee. It's taken away by Smith. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. And that one's good. Smith's got 10.
Boy, that happened fast. Just the immediate bucket off the steal.
Well, one of the things they have is the ability to score quickly after a turnover.
Lee with the ball. Matthews covering. Anthony, the pass to Pitt. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
Suns trail by 7. And Bobois kicks to Hibbert. Here's Smooth. Good. Smooth's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's 6 straight points now, guys, coming on the inside.
Yeah, taking it right at him. This is a great effort we're seeing.
Samuels dishes to Felton. It's stolen by Bobois. Taken away by Felton. And that one's drained from the low block. And the Knicks lead by 7. The Suns have gone better than 53% of the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Here's Bobois. No good off the drop step.
He's really struggling in this quarter right now. They need to think about getting the ball out of his hand.
Deflected. Here's Smooth. 10 points for him. Pushes up. Oh, that's blocked. And they're able to recover. It's the bucket.
Now, they got it to go that time, and the second chance points really proving to be a major factor.
Yeah, you know what? And I think offensive rebounding sometimes is a bit undervalued. But those extra possessions sure do help.
Fast break, here come the Suns. Bobois with the ball. Booker. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Looking at the game for the Monster, he's got 14 points and he's stolen the ball 4 times. I think his energy and intensity offensively and defensively has been sensational.
He had an extremely well-rounded performance, Clark.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
They're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you lose, you've got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Pocket 6. It's stolen by Bobois. To the inside. Hammers it home.
I like that one-handed spike right there.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Yes, sirree. Yeah, he's not going to miss many of those.
Down low. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Fast break. Here come the Suns for the lead. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Felton kicks to Samuels. Makes the lead pass. Outside for Felton. Dishes it to Samuels. That's good. Samuels got 26. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
A tight game here in New York. Outside Felton. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. Second, the Knicks.
This team is an elite defensive team. Why? Because they do a nice job moving their feet, positioning their body, and playing with active hands. And when you do that, you come up with steals, and they're one of the league's best in that category as a team.
On defense, Phoenix. Good. And it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
We have seen the intensity pick up big time here in the second half.
Well, you can feel the desire from both teams that they really want to win this.
Gets it to go. Smooth's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, shot is starting to fall, guys, and he's played much better than he did in the first half.
There's the dish to Samuels. And the layup ball. Samuels got 28.
Yeah, they're not going to miss too many of those. That's high percentage stuff there.
And Bobois kicks to Booker. Inside to Hibbert. Good on the shot. Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes a lot of fun for everybody on the field.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watch it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
Oh,
Hey, Steve.
nothing to pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it, I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, it just everybody getting involved. Attacking the paint again and again.
You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
Low ball outside. Over ball. Low ball. Can't get it to go. Here's Samuels. No good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Knicks out front, up 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter. Coming up. Anthony with it on the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Nowitzki, the pass to Pippen. Back to Nowitzki. That's good. Nowitzki's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Knicks.
Well, Dirk is just so good at the offensive end of the floor, Kevin. The ability to shoot over the top of people. He's added so many things to his game, too. Post-ups, getting to the rim, being aggressive, and going to the foul line. Dirk Nowitzki, a first ballot Hall of Famer, no question.
Most definitely, Steve. This guy has been phenomenal throughout his career, and very few situations bother him. He's clutch as a scorer, and he's more clutch because he's an excellent free throw shooter, too.
Man, they are both lighting it up here.
Exciting basketball, Steve. I mean, it's been back and forth, each side dropping in points every chance they get.
Here's Thunder. Some nice passing by New York here. Nowitzki dishes to Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Butler. Suns trail by 5. Outside Butler. And Matthews kicks to Butler. Outside Phillips. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
So I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Smooth checked in for Buck. The monster comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Boba in for Chauncey Billups. That's good. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Thunder. Misses from close range. Tries from 10. The shot is no good. So New York will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Nowitzki, the pass to Pippen. He hangs, and the layup is good.
If you can make adjustments from the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Ball outside, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. The Knicks leading by 7. Outside Anthony. It's stolen. Here's Smooth. Passes it to Booker. Ball outside. Cannot hit.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way right now.
He kicks to Pippen. He dishes it to Nowitzki. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Feeds it to Anthony. And it's good. The time running down to the shot clock. Anthony's got 11 in the second half. Suns trail by 9. And here we go with Anthony coming in off the court. He passes to Pippen. Here's Hicks. Cannot hit. And Phoenix will come the other way. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Here's Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Pittman dishes to Anthony. That drops. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
Shooting for New York, Anthony. At the line for 1.
And the Suns call time.
Well, just too many easy buckets, in and around the paint. So put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, in that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
As great as they've been on the board so far, they just haven't found a way to get out on top.
Yeah, but if they continue to rebound, they can put together a little run here and cut into this lead.
Samuels can't get it to go. Suns trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They